What is up, guys? Richtofer Kakenstein here, and today we are going to be taking a look at a really sweet weapon, one of the brand new Scourge of the Past raid weapons within Black Armory, and that is the Tempered Dynamo Fusion Rifle. So, let's get started. But just before we do, Rick Cactus merch on sale right now. Y'all been typing it into the comments, so you gotta pull through. Now, the Tempered Dynamo Fusion Rifle. I was lucky enough to get a curated roll, which for those of you maybe not in the know, certain weapons can come with special rolls. When they do, they can't actually exchange the normal amount of perks that you can with these weapons, so they've kind of got set almost exotic perks, and they come with a Masterwork 10, which is really sweet. Now, particularly for this raid fusion rifle, the perks we have access to is number 1, backup plan, which grants reduced charge time and increased handling speed for a short time immediately after swapping to this weapon. Actually a very powerful perk in PvP. And also rampage, where each kill grants a damage bonus, stacks up to 3 times. Now, in terms of the stats, we have a pretty good impact. We have great range, especially with the Masterwork 10 being in range. We have trash handling, and we have actually reasonable stability with a magazine size of 5. So, how is this weapon? Well, let's talk about it first in PvE. Here, it's actually pretty darn decent. Now, backup plan really doesn't matter too much in PvE. It can, like, switch to a weapon, really quickly get off a shot on a guy charging you and then switch back, but it's really more of a PvP perk. Rampage is the showcase. Rampage is going to be the reason this gun is decent in PvE, and it absolutely is. Like, you can actually snipe with this gun, and in PvE that matters too. You want, of course in PvP getting your one-shot kill for as long as possible is very important, more so than in PvE, but you still want your projectiles to do their max damage for as long as possible, and the Tempered Dynamo does a great job at doing that. You can take down a lot of enemies, a lot of shielded enemies, because of course this is an energy weapon, very easily. And those great base stats pair very well with Rampage. You get 2 super easy kills from distances you don't expect, and then your ×2 or ×3 when you're dealing with those more powerful enemies, because you're gonna need a Rampage stack or 2 to deal with those more powerful enemies when you face a yellow bar enemy in PvE. Fusion rifles are not on their best form. Like, they're just not gonna be doing as much damage, not gonna be outputting as much as a shotgun, as a sniper. So fusion rifles are great at taking down baseline enemies and shielded enemies, and this is going to be better than your average fusion rifle for sure. But let's shift focus here and talk about its performance in PvP. Here, I mean, we have great impact, great range, decent stability, backup plan. How is this thing in PvP? Turns out actually pretty good. But also, the next word I'm thinking of is inconsistent. One moment you are sniping someone with a Tempered Dynamo. Like, you're ruining someone's day. They're already, DMing you about how trash you are and you're a tryhard and all that stuff. On the other hand, like in the same life, the next shot, you shoot someone and you think, I've got this in the bag, and it doesn't even take their shield down. It's really inconsistent. Now, that just might be fusion rifles in general, because right now fusion rifles are not, except for the Telesto, are not at the absolute best spot in the meta. Might just be this weapon. Although it has reasonable stability, it does kick up pretty ferociously, so it can be a little bit tricky to use at long range. You really gotta time your pull down of your thumbstick or whatever to compensate for that recoil very precisely. And in fact, you actually want to be aiming for the feet, kind of, because this thing will climb so much. And it does have a little bit of spread. Like, it's not like the all the bolts in the round are just perfectly vertical. There is some spread there, so at those longer ranges, even though your bolts are doing enough damage to potentially kill, they're spread out enough horizontally that a few bolts miss, and then you're not able to secure that kill. Now, with all that being said, I still think this is a pretty darn decent weapon. It can perform some snipes on people, and if you do get a roll with backup plan, being able to whip it out really quickly, charge it, and take down a shotgun 8 from a distance they're quite not viable at is very good. Also, potentially putting on something like a counterbalance mod or whatever could improve some of the inconsistency issues with this weapon as well. So guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Just a quick look at this gun. If you want to get it yourself, remember to check out my complete raid guide. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, found it informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you guys want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCactus. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.